Guys, I've been craving for this for some weeks now. Yeah, for some weeks now I've been craving for this. Let me adjust my camera properly. All right, happy Easter to you, Olua. Yeah, I didn't get that. Lillian. Hey, my big sis, Auntie Azo in the building. All right, guys. Thank you, Auntie Azo, for being a great support system. And of course, oh gosh, what a great opportunity to bond with my fans and my viewers once again. It's been a while to connect with you guys one-on-one. And let me greet you guys, my popular greeting. Excellent evening to you all. I can see beautiful people joining in this session. I say thank you. And to my lovely fans, the real talkers, the real talk lovers, let me put it like that. Yeah, so your support have been so overwhelmed, and of course seeing you guys right now link up with me during this Easter period, I'm grateful. My kisses to you all. It's a great day here. I must confess, I'm trying to rest, but my children are very demanding. I'm lying in the Lemaki. I asked him to help me enjoy life. It's been a while. So let me see. Anyways, I wish you guys a happy Easter on this platform again. Happy Easter to you all. I'm giving my word to you guys that there will be some winning during this session. Let's see how it goes. Of course, Liquorose also launched a book, so some of you will be winning our books as well. Yeah, so let me see if I have my guest already. My son that I had to plead. Okay, she's not here yet. I hope I'm correct. Maybe she's here because this Instagram live session, it's always a struggle. I can see my son laughing at me. It's unfortunate that if you laugh too much, there's no provision for you as they're returning to school. So be careful. Guys, yes, we have the energy girl that will be joining us soon. So while we wait for her, let me try and see. Or maybe I should wait for her. You know, she's the dancer. So that she can, I'll just be moving my body from the building, from the chair rather. Guys, okay, Liquorose to the building. All right, let me see. Let me try. Someone is saying Liquorose is here. Is she here? Guys, how do I know when she's here? Gosh. All right, I might want to send a request to her. Someone help me. I thought my son will make it easier, but it's a lie. Do you want to help me now? Yeah. Okay. How do I? No, don't invite Liquorose. Okay. Let me see if this is Is this
Hi.
How you doing today? You look beautiful as always. You look marvelous. How you doing?
Fine. I'm fine, thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Many thanks for honoring this invite. I do not take it for granted. And of course, I say happy Easter to you too.
Happy
And
Easter.
yeah, happy Easter to you. And guys, Liquorose is here. Liquorose in the building. I think before we start, let me try. Let me tell you one of my favorite songs in recent times. Some people, I hope my reverend fathers are not on this live session, but
Okay, what song is
let me
that?
let me. It's me, son. It's me, son. Hey, can you hear it?
Unakachungala jalo de westa mona, mi amo fire bazooka rona. The company of the westa, the company want to see your man. The baby so fine, okay, to shine unaka. Show one. The company of the westa, the company want to see your man. Kilo, kilo, I'm a take a photo of the let's go, kilo. Kumatinga, kumatinga, Shina sign your balaba. I got that.
All right. Don't worry, we're still going to do other stuff.
Wow,
But of course,
you're in.
yeah, so I say thank you again. And let me use this opportunity to thank everyone who have been very supportive on this platform, Real Talk with Kike. And guys, for clarity of this Instagram live chat with my girl, she's a household name who has grown to be a big brand on her own, a big brand on her own, and her energy and her accession, I must emphasize, is one of the biggest gifts that you've got, Liquorose. And I say, well done. She has been, I believe that her energy is very contagious, and I admire you for that. And she was able to, sell her optimistic personality to a lot of fans. You were I was rooting for you when you were in the house, so I'm excited to connect with you one-on-one. And she's a big combination of, well, I say strength, brilliance, and of course positivity. And again, many thanks for doing this with me. And of course, I'm sure a lot of your fans are excited as well. So guys, Liquorose, let me start from here. How are you doing during this Easter period?
I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm happy. It's Easter again, so it's celebration and all. And you have to be aware God keeps everyone alive, and you're alive. You're breathing. And we're here to celebrate another Easter, so I'm happy, I'm blessed, I'm thankful.
Awesome. And truly you are blessed. So before I go too far, right, because your name Liquorose for me is a sort of, let's say, brand, even before you became a star from Big Brother House. And quite a number of people could record with you at the time and even till date. So your fans, I believe, might want to know, Rose, for me, I love that name Rose. You see that even during our WhatsApp chat, I kept on saying Rose because that's a beautiful flower for me. So what is Liquorose about? How did you arrive at the name Liquorose for those who are not, in the know?
I think they should know by now. Well, my name is Roslyn. My real name is Roslyn.
Yeah.
And so I've always thought, like right from I was young, I've always wanted to be like in the entertainment industry, and either as an artist or an actor. Well, I know I want to be in the entertainment industry, like to entertain people. And I know growing up, like, okay, this person's name is this. Like, okay, there's 50 Cent, right? And he has a name, yeah. His real name because Jackson, and I'm like, okay, I need a name for myself too. So I started picking names and all that. Then it was in 2012 that I picked Liquorose, end of 2012. I'm like, okay, I need a name that, because I'm kind of shy, but when I'm about to entertain, I'm like a totally different person entirely. So I'm like, I need that name. Like when I say it and I hear it, I'm like, man, Liquorose, you have to come online, Liquorose, come online, Liquorose. So
yeah.
this song I fell in love with, the song is tied to the Liquorose in 2012. And it was, I was so addicted to this. I kept listening to it over and over and over again. I'm like, Liquorose. One day just came to like Liquorose. I'm like, Liquorose. I'm like, yeah, Liquorose. And I started putting it then in BBM days. I'll put it on my display picture and all. Then I will go out. Then I'll see the video vixen. I'll go to video shoot and people are like, oh, Liquorose. Is it Liquorose or Liquor and Rose? Or is it Liquor? I'm like, Liquorose. What's your name? I'm like, Liquorose. So the name actually started going far. And I just accepted it, like, I love the name, like Liquorose. Yeah.
Of course, it's a beautiful name. So back to the topic at hand. I know Easter is the season right now, and one of the reasons why you are now connecting together, and it is the reason. Will I say that? What I must ask you, what does Easter signify for you? What's your experience of Easter in the past? When I say in the past, I mean 10, 15 years ago, and comparing it to now when it comes to the economy that is a bit on the downtime, basically. Let me put it like that.
One thing for me is every religious celebration is actually, you have to, it's like all the way here, you know. This is the celebration we actually, we're born into this world and we make people celebrating it. You have to go through the Ash Wednesday, go to Good Friday, then go to Easter Sunday and Easter Monday as well. So it's a celebration after, you know, the Ash Wednesday, the Good Friday, or crucifixion of Christ and all that. So it's like people coming together and like, you know, today we're celebrating, like, oh yeah, let's celebrate the resurrection and all that about Christ. And so it's really special for me. Growing up, you have like every Easter Sunday, my dad, we had to like buy, either buy a ram or buy goat or buy cow. And we kill it and we start celebrating. Like, we throw parties like every Easter Sunday at one point. Then when things like we're shaking a little bit, like, oh, so what we're going to buy now? Like, oh, we're going to buy chicken. We can afford chicken. Just start buying chicken. It's like you have to just make it a celebration. Like, you have to celebrate Christ. Like, celebrate this Easter Sunday, you know. And for me, it's huge. And actually got a dress today for tomorrow because it's Easter Sunday. So
Just today. I like that.
yes, now
You
because
know?
as kids, you have to buy clothes, you have to go to church. You know, by the time you're back from church, the rice is already there with the chicken or the cow meat. You know, that celebration, like you just go back from church and you're celebrating. It's like, oh, it's that holiday, like it's like Christmas, New Year, then you have Easter. You're looking forward to it, and so I said, I'm blessed, I'm happy, man. Tomorrow is Easter. I'm about to eat some chicken and all that and go to church. Yeah.
I want to believe that there's a huge, you know, growth that that has been achieved outside of the Big Brother, which has come with responsibility. That I have also seen from your your page. I've been following your page even before you came out of the Big Brother house. I've been a huge fan, and so for example, you know, I want to know how have you been managing your followership, being a brand ambassadors to a lot of brands, you know, your personal businesses, you know, modeling as well. How have you been able to evolve into those different roles? You know, for those who want to go into the next Big Brother audition, or those who are even looking up to you as a role model, how have you been able to do it?
For me, I won't say it's easy. At the end of the day, I won't say, oh, it's something that someone else can't do. As long as you can manage time and work, you can manage both very well. There's nothing you can do. And in the sense that before I went for Big Brother, I've been doing like influencing work and being a professional dancer and a social media influencer. That's kind of taxing on the side, and you still have to do like some modeling work along with it, do some businesses. So I kind of had like a little I had an experience on how it worked and all that. But I would say since I came out of the house, Big Brother Nigeria house, it's like it's increased like times 100 of what it was before. So now I'm like, oh my god, I need to do that, I need to do that. You know, sometimes you get clumsy. To be honest, you get really, really clumsy sometimes. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? I have to do this. This is what I signed up for. This is what I want to do. You pray for better days, and you pray for, because I don't like to be idle. I don't like when I'm idle. I'm not doing nothing. But now I'm so busy, and I'm like, I just want to close my eyes and sleep. By the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? I signed up for this. I'm enjoying it. So the fact that I'm enjoying it, that keeps me going. That's how I
It keeps you
manage.
going.
As long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing, you know, of course you enjoy when you're doing something and you're getting people attention and they're giving you good remarks and good reviews and you're getting paid. So I enjoy what I'm doing. So I don't have to manage it like
That's the key.
yeah, you have to enjoy what you're doing. Yeah, you have to enjoy it, and that will keep you going because you're having fun in the process. Yeah.
Awesome. And I think to add to what you've just said is also, I feel that deadlines also keeps you on toes. You know, the fact that you do all these things, you know, with different brands or organization, and there are deadlines attached to it. You know, it keeps you on your toes.
Exactly. That's where your management come in, or your PR person come in, or you have like someone who is managing your social media comes in for you. In the sense that sometimes we have like brands. Some brands will tell you, we want you to do something today, and it's clashing like 3 brands at the same time. So you need to manage it well. Because at the end of the day, you signed your contract, you they did their part. You have to do your part. So that's why you're like, okay, you know what? That's where the management thing comes in. Like, oh, management will explain better why we need to do this during this time or that time. We make them understand, because sometimes the talent don't really have that that knowledge. You know, the talent don't really have that knowledge and how to manage some situations in the sense of talking to brands, relating with them, to have a good comprehending. So that's the management who helps you. Management helps. Yeah.
All right, many thanks for that, and I say well done. Truly, I really don't want to sound like a broken record, but you are one of the few big brother, housemates that I'm really, 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 proud of thus far. So now, going back to last month, last month was Women's Internationals Month, and I know you participated in breaking the barriers that was the theme for this year. So what should the female gender, be doing when it comes to bridging the gap of inequality and breaking the barriers? I feel there's a difference in both that a lot of people do not understand.
I think what we women should do is just keep it going. I would say it's unfortunate, but we are in a world where we as women, young girls, ladies, you have to double the work. You have to do double of the work that a man is doing, because nowadays we're women, we don't even want to settle for the second position. No, we don't want that. We don't want to be like, oh, this, that, and to the lady. No, we want it to be like, okay, if this man can do it, it's not like, oh, if this lady can do it, I can do it because I'm a lady. No. If he can do it, he's human, I can do it myself. So I think you should just keep it going and keep moving. There's going to be some tribulations, some obstacles on the way, and you feel like, sometimes we women kind of feel like, I'm a woman, so I should just relax about it. I think they're right. Let me just sit back and it's, there's a reason why God created me as a woman. No, don't tell yourself that. You can actually do anything you put your mind into. I think the only thing a woman can't do is get somebody pregnant. That's the mentality. Just the same way a man can actually conceive or carry a baby, you understand? So I think you should actually I think your work will speak for yourself. Your strength will show in your work, and just keep it going. Whatever you feel you need to do to prove that, yes, I'm a woman and I'm human. I was created for a purpose. I can do this because I want to do it, not because I'm trying to make a man feel less of himself. No, it's two different things. You're not trying to make a man feel less of themselves. You're trying to better yourself in the society and putting your foot down and say, yes, I did this. I'm going to do it, and I'm doing this. You understand? So I think the inequality, when the hard work starts showing, the inequality will be equality. Let us just keep working. Let's just keep working and let our results speak for us. That's what I would say about that.
All right, guys, you've heard it from the most marketable Big Brother housemate that you have to keep it going. Yeah, so talking about, still sticking on to trends and themes, because I know that talking about social trends, there's been so many stories of domestic violence and abuse in recent times, and of course, I've seen the likes of maybe let me use the word celebrities like Blessing Okoro have come out, to open up about her own challenges when she was married and all, and quite a number of people. I've also seen people who, have also ended their union, the marriage that they were supposed to go into. I've seen all sorts during this period of this Osinachi's story, and I would like someone like you to lend your voice, because I know again that quite a number of people, listen to people like you. So what's your view thus far about domestic violence, and why are we seeing this rampant abuse, especially? I know also men too are being abused, but the statistics show that women go through it more. What do you think that we can do better, especially the young girls of today that think that they have to marry by force, by fire, because marriage validates them, so to speak? I think that's some of the challenges that we are facing. What's your take on this thus far?
My take would be, let me just put this out there. Just because someone is not talking about it doesn't mean they are not going through it or they've not been through it. So the ones we are actually hearing out right now is we are actually getting news of like, oh, because this person spoke out, this person speak out, this person is speaking up, oh, this person is dead. So now their sibling is coming out to say something. I'm not trying to point fingers. I'm not trying to say, oh, you should have done this or that, because there are times where you go through some things in life and you find it hard to talk about it with people.
True.
You find it hard to like let people know, hey, I'm actually going through this. It's not because you don't want to speak up. It's because you don't want you don't want to hear the response from them.
Stigmatization.
And that stigmatization, like, this one, the husband, they beat her. Oh, this one says she's depressed. Oh, this one says she's heartbroken. This one says this one. This one says, oh, I thought her husband was golden. This one, why? So he's even beating her up. I think we, the people on the other end, we need to better ourselves. It's going rampant because people are not speaking up about it. People that are actually going through it are not coming forward to speak about it. If they all come forward, if you have like at least 60% of women or men who are being who are going through domestic violence and abuse in their home, talk about this, the abuser will stop. They will be scared. Because, you know,
maybe there's a policy in place.
Yeah, and that is where I'm going to. If you have at least 60%, 60% is too much, 40% coming publicly and talking about it, complaining about it, will make like a petition about it, there will be a policy in place. The abuser would even think twice to go ahead to abuse someone the next day. So what am I getting at? The first person to get the first-hand story of, oh, I'm going through something and I'm telling you as the first person, I'm going through this. How did you manage that situation with that person complaining to you? It goes a long way. That's why I say we, on the other end, we need to work on ourselves. Because we'll be like, someone is beating you. I have to stay there. If people hear outside, they will laugh at you. That person will keep quiet and take it to their grave.
Sure.
And if you be like, so your husband is even beating you, I pity your life. You better get out of that marriage. Now you sabi it. No, there are ways to handle situation. Now you're inflicting fear in that person, or you're stigmatizing that person, or you're making them feel foolish for speaking up to you. Then they will keep it in their heart. They won't talk about it, take it to their grave or whatever. The abuser won't feel any need to stop abusing. He will feel it as a need of, oh, I'm a man, oh, I'm a woman, my husband is not providing. Since I'm the one providing as the woman, I'm not the head of the house, I have the right to slap my husband or to tell him to go and wash the dishes instead of me helping him out, you know. So I feel there should be a policy, and what will actually trigger this policy is if we are at the other end, they're not going through it, and let it just, if you know, because I believe in one thing, there's no how someone is going through an abuse and you can't notice, you can't tell. You should know when like a friend is wearing extra makeup. Are you okay? Are you fine? Are you sure you are fine? If you feel that way, take them somewhere where they can actually be free to talk. So there should be a policy, and there should be more like centers where people can go and air their mind, free themselves and talk about things, and at the end of the day, they don't get judged, they don't get condemned. And whatever they say it stays there, does not come up. People will be free to like, help me, I'm being abused. Help me, I'm going through this. So I think we on the other hand, we need to work on how we actually react when we get the first-hand information that somebody is going through domestic violence. So they will see that they will feel the need to be like, once your husband raises the hand and hit you for the first time, you need to call your parents or call your friend or call the cops and let them know this is what just happened.
So talking about calling the police, you know, because I feel that in this side of town that we are in, you know, sometimes when you report to the police, they tend to say that, oh, it's family matter, take your family matter to people that can help you out. I've also had some situations where the police will decide to say, oh, you know what, madam, where you won't go, can't you resolve your issues and the like. Even the policeman that you are even reporting to probably might even be abusing his own wife at home. You know, yes, I stand to be corrected, but I know that these are some of the issues that women are going through at this side of town. But thus far, what you have been able to emphasize on the way out is that, you know, there must be policy from the government, and women must learn to, you know, be a support system to one another, which I think that it is very paramount. And yeah, so, you know, again, as we're speaking, I was, you know, listening to the passion that, you know, I could see the passion that was coming from your end. And I want to believe that, you know, you are one, yeah, I want to compare you to the likes of Kamala Harris, you know, the likes of Ngozi Iweala, and of course, Chiamanda, you know, and the likes and all of that. I just feel that when it comes to you being empowered and you being influential, you are one of those few, as in the women I can actually compare you with, you know. So with your with your take, and with your take on your submission on domestic violence and what is the way out, you know, I would like you to, you know, kind of throw more light on when it comes to women and youth building themselves up, you know, when it comes to their career. I think we'll so, all right, fantastic.
Sorry,
So,
my network again.
yeah, that's okay. So, you know, I just want you to lend your voice, you know, on how women of today or the youth of today should learn to build themselves up, you know, in terms of their career paths. You know, sometimes people think that it's marriage before career, and I'm of a wrong. I don't know, maybe because I've gone through some challenges as well in marriage and the likes and all of that. I would like to pick as in rub minds with you. Do you think that career should come before marriage, or should it be the other way around? What's your take on this?
For me, I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent because I don't think anyone should come before anyone, depending on your age. You should know, okay, I think I'm ready for marriage. I want to get married. But what you should know is marriage shouldn't stop my career.
Guys, you can hear. Marriage shouldn't stop your career.
Yeah, because if I'm a law student, yeah? Let's say I'm a law student and I have to, I think it's 5 or 7 years with bar and everything, being called to the bar and all that. Let's say it's 7 years, and I got into school at 20, when I was 20, and that's 7 years ago, and I'm 27. I want to get married, right? Okay, now I'm married. If marriage is stopping me from practicing as a lawyer, then there's a problem. So that means if you have met me before the marriage and I was practicing as a lawyer before we got married, you'd have asked me to stop. So it's not a situation of marriage before career or career before marriage. As a woman, you know what you want for yourself. You know, I want to go to school. I want to be financially independent. People have different choices. Some people will be like, I want to be financially independent for marriage. That's good for you. Now I'm financially independent, and I don't want to practice what I studied in school for years. I want to go into business. That's fine. As long as you're happy. That's the most important thing. You are happy, and there's no need for your parents or for you to feel bad or have regrets that, oh my God, if I was a doctor, I was practicing my doctorate degree, I would have been so happy. As long as that is out of the equation, and you just want to be a full-time housewife, and you're okay, and nothing is making you look back or regret or unhappy for the fact that you're not practicing your career or doing. I think some people, their career is, I just want to be happy. I just want to have a happy home, take care of my kids, do work from home, like have businesses. There are people like that. And there are people like, I'm a career person. Marriage is not going to stop me. Then they should be understanding. So it's not about marriage before. So it depends on the person, on the woman in question. What do you want to be? Where do you want to go from here? Now you're in school, or you want to further your education. Some women are not even like graduate for marriage, and they get in their husband's house, and before you know, they become graduates and they start practicing. So that's marriage before career. As long as whatever you do or whatever you decide to do, there's nothing that is hindering your happiness. And there's nothing that when you get to like 70 years old or 89 or 99 years old, you'll be in your bed lying down and be like, oh my God, I wish I know, or I wish I did this at that time. As long as you're not getting any regret from it, just do you, and you know, the word will follow.
All right, fantastic. And I think more importantly, I think you must be empowered financially, because I think that is one of your weapons, that is one of your power and whatever situation that you find yourself. But at 27, I say happy birthday again in arrears.
Thank you.
I spoke to you. I spoke to you a day before your birthday, and I know how excited you were. Apologies, I couldn't make it. But I saw all the beautiful pictures splashed on social media for us. A beautiful woman at 27. You already have a book to yourself, and it's a reflection of life journey and achievement, if you ask me. And I must ask you, what inspired that? Writing your book, and what is that milestone that changed everything in your journey that you felt that you needed to document this? I think the name of the book again is Filters or something, right? Correct?
Filters.
Fantastic. Yeah. So what's your take on this? Yeah.
Okay, the name of the book is Filters, and the subtitle is Looks Beneath the Marks of Love. Filters is the book is actually is among like the story I've had as a kid. Like I said, there are so many things I can do and I still want to do, and which is like having stories in my head. I'm like, okay, when I get to a certain age, what I mean as a kid, I'm like when I was like in JS3, SS1, SS2, SS3, I'm like, I usually have like different stories in my head. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make this into a film. I'm going to do this and do that. So I'm like, you know what? I want to write a book. I want to write a book. This was before I was preparing to go into the house for Big Brother. I want to write a book. I have the story in my head. I really want to write, and it's a fiction, but at the end of the day, it's also some little sightings, some things I cite from like people going through some stuff, and I just put everything together in my head and like, okay, and adding like my imaginations to it. I'm like, okay, let me write this down. And I started writing the book. Before I entered the house, I stopped at chapter 4, I think. Chapter 4, yes. And Filters is an erotic novel. But it's an erotic novel, yes. Don't judge a book by the cover, guys. It's an erotic novel, but it does not matter. Let me. Okay, I have the book here. This is actually my copy. I read my book like every day. Sorry. So don't judge this book by the cover. Filters is a story.
Show us properly. Show us the cover properly. Show us.
This is my copy, guys.
Yeah, beautiful color. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it's a fiction that cuts across. It covers love. It covers life struggles as a young lady in a society. It covers arranged marriage. It covers favoritism in family. It cuts across mental health in general. It's a book that came about from a well of love and all these things I mentioned. I wanted to touch love, touch heartbreaks, touch traumatic stress, post-traumatic stress. I wanted to touch mental health. I wanted to touch the value and the essence of family equality when it comes to love. For me, Filters is that story that is I'm trying to reach people out there, especially young ladies and young guys, that it's okay for you to go through stuff in life. It's okay for you to be going through something emotionally and it's affecting you in some kind of way. It's okay for someone to actually put you in a particular space where you feel less of yourself and you think doing some harm to yourself or to someone else just to pay them for what they didn't do to you is good. It's okay for you to feel that way, but it's not okay for you to implement it and start doing it on your own as a person. What I'm trying to say is, it's okay for you to, like we talk about domestic violence. It's okay for you to go through domestic violence. I'm not saying it's okay, like it's good, go through it. No. It's okay for you to tell somebody that you're going through it because you're not the only person. It's okay for you to have had breaks from past relationship. You're not the first person. It's okay for you to be able to talk about it. so your mental health can be in check. It's okay for you to discover something about your identity and ask questions about it rather than bottle it up inside. In general, it's okay for humans to go through stuff in life. But what is not okay is if how you are going through it and how you're healing from it, if you're actually causing harm to other people or you're hurting yourself more, like becoming a shadow of yourself, that is not okay. So Filters is telling you to look beneath the masks of love. There are people going through stuff in the society. Just because they're smiling, they dress up every day, does not mean there's not something up with them. Something might be going on with that person, but we don't know. We see them smiling. So now the question is, why would someone go through something and instead of speaking up or if I have to speak up about it, they rather bottle it in? It shows that there's need for that there's need for that confidence, that reassurance of I can go through this and I have to speak to somebody about it. That you need to feel safe in your society that I can say this thing and they won't say it's this thing. So Filters about a young lady who went through something, but instead of her speaking up about it, she bottled it in, just told one person, give her a wrong advice, and she started living a life that. Go read the book. She's not living the life that.
I was going to pause you. I was going to pause you. Say, Liquorose. I think let me use this opportunity to say that for those who are listening right now, the first 10 people that would DM me will get copies of Filters, and you should come to the studio, Silverbird studio, on Tuesday to get your copies. The first 10 people will get copies of Filters, copies of Filters. It's important for you to understand that you are not alone in whatever challenges you think you're going through. The people that you're looking up to have once upon a time been in that place where you are, and through consistency, trying to find themselves, they've been able to get out of it. And I believe that the book Filter will be of added value to a lot of people who will be reading this book. And so, Liquorose, can you quickly tell people where they can also find a copy for those? And I could change my mind, guys. I could do more copies. It depends on how excited I'm going to be after the show. But where do you think that they can get a copy in any of the bookstores in Lagos or wherever people are? Is it on Amazon? Is it where exactly?
It's on Amazon. You can actually buy it on Amazon and they'll deliver a hard copy to you. You can actually read it on Kindle as well. On Kindle, as well. Then you can there's a Filters by Liquorose. That's the handle on Instagram, the page Filters by Liquorose. You can send a DM. There's a link there. The Amazon link is on the page. And also, as well, you can actually click on contact on the page. That's Filters by Liquorose. Just go to the page, the dashboard, and click on contact. It takes you to the WhatsApp business line where you can actually order directly if you're in Nigeria and you get it delivered to you. If you're not in Nigeria, Amazon dash you, okay? And we're working on putting on local online stores as well and library, And I plan on actually taking the book. I'm doing a tour with the book. Because there's more to it. If you read it, you understand it. So I'm looking forward to doing a tour with the book where I can actually meet with some book clubs and some readers and read it with them, and they can ask questions and maybe get answers. Yes.
Awesome. That's nice. And of course, courtesy Liquorose coming live as well. I'll be giving out 200K. We'll split it with friends. So those who have been consistent in dropping messages, likes and the like. And guys, don't go start dropping comments right now because my videographer is already live, but courtesy Liquorose coming live, I will spread it across, and all of that, so that, just tell me what this money can do for you during this Easter break. It's just a token from our end. Courtesy Liquorose coming live with us. So Liquorose, when you're talking about what the book entails when it comes to love, when it comes to heartbreak, it comes to mental health, which I think that is paramount in this side of town, because I believe that when therapy is not something that we've really embraced in Nigeria, we always feel that therapy, that kind of a thing. So hearing from you that mental health is one of the chapters that one should look out for. I say thumbs up, well done, kudos. And of course, you know, another thing for me is the fact that talking about this, I know many people may want to think that Liquorose is only a professional dancer. I must tell you right here, when one of my uncles from US rang me before coming live, and I was struggling. Within 10 minutes, I didn't know time had gone. I quickly ran out of the bathroom, was trying to touch up my face. Oh, Liquorose, I have to look fine like Liquorose, so I don't look. And it was like, you guys is a dancer. How do you want to, are you engaging a dancer? I said, no. My Liquorose is not just a professional dancer. So I want to believe that you are more than that, and there are many sides to you, just like as I've emphasized earlier, you know. But what side of you are you focusing more on now? You know, what side of you can you call your greatest advantage for your career thus far at 27?
I'm a very I'm a multi-talented person, and at the same time I'm very, very versatile. So what I am doing right now is, before I went to the house, I was focusing on my dancing career and my acting career. I did a couple of film and series back before I went to Big Brother. So it was okay. Let's do this dance. Let's do the acting and the music. While I was in the house, there was this music. Me and my crew, GGB Dance Crew. That's Ella and Ifoma. We're three girls. So we were recording like songs for Big Brother. We have a music career actually on the side. So while I was in Big Brother house, they released one of our songs. Not even one, like two of our songs. And also when I came out, we're trying to like do like promo for it. So right now I'm like, okay, now I'm out of the house. There's so many things I want to do. I want to write a book. I want to release my book. I want to do more music. I want to do business. I still want to have like an anthology of poems, because I'm a poet as well. I write poems.
Interesting. That's a good one.
Yeah. And there's also the business side that I still want to do. So I'm like, I have to touch them one after the other. But you know, this writing is one side of me that people have never seen. They've read my poems and my captions. That's before I went to Big Brother. They saw like my poetic side while I was inside Big Brother, inside the house. They saw my acting side, even before I went to Big Brother, on some series I did back in the days. I'm like, let me give them this one first. Let me shock them. Like, hey, yo, hi, I'm the Liquorose, that dancer. Yeah, you know I sing. I write poems. But hey, I can write a book. I want to write a book. Read this, you know. So now this is on. So for now, I'm focusing on this book. I really want this book to reach as many people as it can. I want it to go far and wide. Then after while this is doing that, I'm gonna be working on something. I don't want them to know yet what the next phase is. I'm gonna surprise them.
All right, that's fine. Don't let the cat out of the bag yet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's good. And I wish you the very best in life. I know that you are going to be successful at everything you lay your hands on, because you are a very focused and intentional young woman. I must say, well done thus far. But before I let you go, talking about all of these achievements and your plans for the future, I want you to talk about breaking that international barriers. I believe Liquorose is a global brand. Yes, you're a global brand. And I've seen some of the comments from people say, is that Cardi B? Is that Cardi B? So what are your plans for the international scene? Look how people are comparing you with Cardi B and a lot of international stars, in terms of your beauty, your personality, your brain, and how focused, how hardworking you are. What are your plans for internationals? And don't tell me, no, we're keeping it to the rap. No, tell me something.
Yeah, that's the goal. And in the Nigerian market right now, we're so lucky that we have pioneers, big people in the industry, not just entertainment industry. People in Nigeria is actually taking the entertainment and let me say the political world, the business world, the fashion industry to the people taking it globally. It's like Nigeria right now is like a global market. you know. So shout out to people in my industry. Shout out to Two-Face, The Band, Whiskey, Davido, Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, you know. Shout out to Chimamanda, you know. Shout out to the actress, the likes of Richard Dominic, Genevieve, and all these actors. They've taken like the Nigerian industry out there, or for people like us now that we're new in the industry and we're trying to like, you know what,
Very true.
we're gonna work very hard, but thanks to them, they've done all the hard work for us, you know. Shout out to Fela Nicola Pokuti for setting that pace. They've done the hard work for us already. So going global is the next phase. We have to go global. It's a must now. People like the likes of them, they know them Tiwa didn't do. They didn't set the standard for nothing. We have to take it global. So we have to take the dancing global. We have to take the music global. We take the movies global. I want to make movies. We take the book global. Every aspect of my Liquorose as a brand would definitely go global. That's the goal, and by God's grace and hard work will follow, and it shall come to pass. So globally, yeah, there should be tours, you know. When the music drops, there should be something about it. You go shoot a movie outside the country, you know, taking Nollywood to Hollywood, you know. So yes, you should have like one of my poems in one of the movies. You should have like, oh, someone say, oh, I want your book to come and launch your book over here in the US, you know. Global market is what we're looking at, and the local market as well is big. It's huge out here.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah,
It's very huge out here right now. So yes, globally, inshallah, by God's grace, we're heading there.
Inshallah, which are for the foot slips. All right, that's a good one, and I must say many thanks for lending your blunt voice, when it comes to the domestic violence, for releasing your book at the right time that will be of value and impact to quite a number of people, not just in Nigeria, globally as well. I say thank you, for being one of the young girls, who are trying to, give us a better in Nigeria, because I feel that when people see young girls or Nigerians, there are quite a number of negative things that comes to mind. But when they see people like you who are of positivity, adding values and all of that. And of course, I know that we are all experiencing a lot of difficult times at the moment when it comes to insecurity globally. And I know that the people like you also have, brought some level of peace. Yes. And the reason why I'm saying that is the fact that, regardless of how you look at this live session we are doing right now, it has engaged quite a number of people and have been of added value. So on this note, I say thank you again for honoring my invite. Thank you for doing this with me. I say kudos to you and kudos to your work and to your team as well. And may God continue to bless you. May God continue to guide you, and may God continue to be with you. And I think before I let you go again, let's play my favorite song. That's the only thing that is on my head right now. My son, eat me up, eat me. Hey.
Thank you.
You carry that and you can feel
Liquorose, trust me, this is the only place this dance can end. If you tell me to stand up, I know you will beat me on the time.
Oh no, you don't have to. You don't have to.
All right, many thanks, Liquorose. Many thanks for doing this.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, guys, again, all right. So I'll chat you up where you can send the books and all of that, and we'll make payment from there. Yeah. Thank you so much, love. Thank you.